But I want all of you to understand, there are many people who are from my generation, they did not give up plastic, we never started off on plastic. It's only in the last 15, 20 years that this has happened. We never really used plastic like that. And if at all, if a plastic cover, once in a way a plastic cover comes home, my mother would fold it and keep it for future use, and this same cover will be using it for 2, 3 years, a simple plastic cover. So, this was very much there with us, we've lost it only in the last 2 decades. So it's not so difficult to just go back and live as we were living at that time. So I cannot say I gave up single-use plastic, but we largely never used it. Here and there it comes to you today, almost everything that you buy in the market, but I'm not somebody who'll buy bananas in a supermarket. I know where to buy bananas. So bananas don't come in a plastic bag, they come as a frond. So, these are all important, whatever you're saying, these are all nominal things that we must do to express our commitment. But the solution, because the problem is bigger, the solution also needs to be approached as such. For example, right now, nearly 40% of plastic is in packaging. This is the area that we need to address big time, because this is one thing that can be easily avoided. It's possible to avoid this. Bottled water is about, I think, 8 to 9% of the plastics used in the world. Nearly 500 billion bottles every year we are manufacturing. I've been in conversation with some of the largest PET bottle manufacturers who are manufacturing over 60–70% of the world's PET bottles, supplying to all the major water, the water industry and also the soft drink industry. They are all willing to change right now. I think those changes must be pushed. We want the local governments to push, Indian government we will approach in so many different ways to do this. They themselves, the industry themselves have realized for their own survival, they have to do this. Right now, these companies have come in collaboration with a few other universities from Netherlands and also a few other marketing companies and trying to make PET a continuous recycling process. That is, you never have to replace it. The same bottles can be used and reused for almost forever. It's possible to do that. Changing lifestyles is important, but we are talking about 7.5 billion people. Changing all their lifestyles is going to be a long-term plan. And by the time you change one generation, the next generation has gotten up and doing something else. So by law, bringing that recycling must happen. For these things to happen, one important point is, see, there are many grades of plastic, it's not one grade. Some of them are completely not recyclable, they must be banned, absolutely. Among the recyclable plastics, there are so many varieties. In United States, they told me, we're approaching some major industry with these solutions right now, we've formed a powerful group of people there. For example, I'm just telling you a simple example. Because we were in US, we were talking about the Coke bottles. These bottles are easily recyclable, but simply because of the paper label on it, you cannot recycle. If you recycle with the paper label, it gets downgraded, it won't be food-grade plastic.
Or the plastic label.
Huh?
Or the plastic label.
Generally it's a paper label. If it is of the same material label, then it would be easy to recycle. If it was plastic and same grade plastic, it would be easy to recycle. Now they have paper labels. There is a plastic wrap around it, but it's actually a paper label. So now we are talking to companies who are capable of printing on the bottle. So we want to go to the businesses with solutions, not just protesting against them, not trying to destroy businesses, because that's not going to work. because the economic concerns of a business and the economic concerns of a nation are important. And above all, this has been the way, unfortunately, this is what we changed with Rally for Rivers. Always it is economy versus ecology. I'm asking all of you who are here, suppose there is a fight between ecology and economy, what do you think will win in your home, in your community, in your country? Economy, of course. Because people are thinking economy is today's concern, ecology is tomorrow's concern. No, ecology is today's concern. If this has to happen, we have to find solutions which will go with the existing polluting businesses. It's very important. Those businesses which are the major factors of pollution, we have to transform them, making sure their businesses are not destroyed, but transformed to a more ecologically sensitive way of operation. This has to be looked at on all levels. You can just tell a local vendor, you can't use plastic. What is he supposed to use? We must go and tell him, this is what you can use, what is the alternate product, and how he can use it, and how it is more beneficial for him and the customer. These things have to be brought about rather than simply protesting against business and industry, because long run, that's not going to work, economy will win. So if ecology has to win, you have to marry ecology and economy. They have to get married. This is my effort.